Well, greetings again now for the American Orthodontic Society, and I'm Dr. Bill Wyatt, and I want to talk some about the palatal separation and where you separated the lower teeth down here. And if people had crowded lower anteriors, somebody did some research on this up in Washington. A guy who spoke about it, and I went to hear him, and he was just the nicest guy you ever saw, and he was in charge of the whole orthodontic department there, and I'm sure he told these students to separate the cuspids, and so they did, but they didn't have much time, and so I'm assuming I pretty well proved, well, I know he was wrong, that you can separate the cuspids and bring them back, but you got to carry the roots back ahead of the crowns. You got to lean them back like this, and then they stay there. But if you just widen them out like this, they'll come back together. And he told these students to expand the cuspids. When they were in a hurry to get it, they just pull them out like this, and then they put something in there, and they come back together again. I'm assuming that's what happened. But anyway, I just realized that there was no sacred position for the roots of the cuspid, or for the cuspid tooth, and you couldn't just take them and have them come back to that spot. That was something was wrong there. So I got a patient that had a crowded lower anterior teeth, and this young lady had the crowdedest lower anterior teeth I have ever seen. And this was in 1973. And this is the models we had there. She had a closed bite too, but sitting in a pretty good class 1 relation on the right side. The left side was pretty much class 1 too. And if you got a deep bite, you got teeth that fit in there, and it's class 1, they have to be crowded up with the bone structures in a pretty good position here. But those teeth had to be extremely crowded with a deep bite like this. And so from the top side, you don't see much, except these teeth are in right here like a vacuum pushing those teeth in. Now down on the bottom, this is the crowdedest I have ever seen cuspid teeth. Here are the 2 cuspid teeth, sit right here. One lateral, well, this is a central here. That's a lateral, and a lateral over here. So this is the crowdedest I've ever seen them. So we took this, and this crowding was in the other part of the mouth. Now, it said it didn't matter whether you extracted teeth or not. In doing the case, if you expanded the cuspids, they were going to all come back in 10 years. So I went in. I had to take out the teeth to get the facial profile right. We took the teeth out and we expanded those cuspids, and we pushed that out. And this was 1974. And we were pushing this over, and we'll bring this back out now, and we'll bring it in there, and we finally got this teeth all lined up. Now bringing this last one into that gap. We brought it in and got it moving properly. So there we are now with the teeth lined up like that. And I'm going to jump forward a few years here. This is 1974. We brought it on in there. And I still don't have enough room there. Now we're going to take these roots of these cuspid teeth. That's the cuspid over here, and root these, bring those roots back to the back before we bring it in. So here we go to this part. This is 1975. So it took us quite a while to get those teeth in there. Now there's one cuspid, and it's at a kind of an angle with the roots distal to the crown. Go back over to the other side, and we have a very similar thing, but I need to bring those roots back in there. And we did that. And now we've got in here, we need to put some torque on this, and we're bringing this root forward in the middle of the mouth. So here there was 73, and you couldn't hardly see where these teeth were back in here. They were so crowded. And now it's 75, and we've got room for the cuspids are here. And we still got to angle those roots a little bit. So we got the roots lined up pretty good. And now this is 1981, and these roots are back now with the crown on these cuspid teeth. And I watched this case. We went ahead and finished it up. And you can see how the root structure, this one's not back very much, but this one over here is back quite good. And these teeth stayed at this position. It's 1992, and I started it in 72 or 73. And this was about 10 years after we started the case. And those teeth were still in there. This was 93, and so we started 72. So I waited 10 years, and they did not go back. I waited 10 more years, and they stayed there. And I'm sure that if you could find this lady today, that those cuspids would be still there. And if she's passed on, there you have to look in a casket, but I'll bet you those teeth are still in that position right there. So we learned that really if you want the cuspids to expand them, then you tilt the roots back, and they don't want to come over this way. But if you just do it this way, they will come back. And so that's what happened to this gentleman who was directing the Department of Orthodontics, I think, in Washington State. And he was a gentleman, very nice. I heard him talk, and I didn't want to tell him about this, but I just went away and I said that you just have to learn. And so I'm sure he learned it to bring this back. So we know now that you want the cuspids to bring back. If you look at the roots of the cuspid or somewhere in here, let's see, that's just 3 teeth. And we can bring them back like that. So thank you for watching, and I hope you learn that you can expand the lower cuspids. And we've done this on a lot of people since then, or even before, and you just keep them back like this, and those teeth stay there. They don't try to move back. Thanks for watching, and I hope you tune in to our channel and subscribe to it. And I will see you maybe next week or something if we can get around to doing this. But thanks for watching, and I'm going to say goodbye for the time being.